Yes, good morning, students, and welcome to another session of Principles of Accounts. Today, we're going to look at the Purchases Journal and the Purchases Ledger. Please do enjoy. At the end of this video, students will be able to state the purpose of a Purchases Journal, enter purchases invoices into the Purchases Journal, post the Purchases Journal to the Purchases Ledger. Firstly, we do an intro to the purchases invoice. The purchases invoice is a document received by a purchaser showing details of goods bought and their prices. So this is given to a purchaser. Therefore, if you are a purchaser, they are purchasing some goods. Therefore means that you will get a purchase invoice. You see, we have trade discount here. Trade discount is a reduction given to a customer when calculating the selling prices of goods. Therefore, a customer will get a trade discount if he buys something from a supplier at times. And please note that the trade discount is recorded in the Purchases Journal. It is calculated otherwise from the Purchases Journal. Here we have a copy of the Purchases Journal, and another name for the Purchases Journal is the Purchases Day Book. It is a book. The Purchases Journal is a book of original entry for credit purchases, not for credit sales. It's for credit purchases. That was an error on the screen here. It's for credit purchases. Cash purchases are not entered in the Purchases Journal. The Purchases Journal is a book for credit purchases. And as I said a while ago, cash purchases are not entered in the Purchases Journal. As you look here, yes, so there you have it. Now we look at the Purchases Ledger. It is a ledger for supplier's account. Therefore, this ledger will consist of persons who are supplying you with products or goods and services. Credit purchases are posted one by one to the credit side of each supplier's account in the Purchases Ledger. At the end of the period, the total of the credit purchases is posted to the debit of the purchases account in the general ledger. And that is self-explanatory. At this time, I'd like you to turn to exercise 13.1 as we look through it and we look to answer these questions. It says, B man has the following purchases for the month of May 2004. May 1 from K-Can, 4 radios at $30 each, 3 music centers at $160 each, less 25% trade discount, and the page number for the ledger is page 84. May 3 from Abel, 2 washing machines at $200 each, 5 vacuum cleaners at $60 each, and 2 dish dryers at $150 each, less 20% trade discount. Ledger page 208. May 15 from J. Kelly, 1 music center at $300 each, 2 washing machines at $250 each, less 25% trade discount. Ledger page number is page 11. May 20 from B. Powell, 6 radios at $70 each, less 33 and a third percent trade discount. Ledger page $187. May 30 from B. Lewis, 4 dish dryers at $200 each, less 20% trade discount. Ledger page 66. And I'm going to required to enter the Purchases Journal for the month on page 177. Post transactions to the supplier's accounts. Transfer the total to the purchases account on page 99 of the general ledger. Show all folder numbers. Note briefly, please show all workings. We are now going to look at the workings for the purchase invoice. First one, the main one, K-Can, 4 radios at 30. So we say 4 radios times 30 equal 120. Then 3 music centers times 160 equal 480. What you do now is you add both and you get 600. Then you find 25% of 600, which is 150, and you minus 150 from 600 give you 450. This 450 will be placed in your purchases journal. May 3, you 2 machines at $200 each. You multiply 2 by 200, give you 400. 5 by 60 give you 300, and 2 by 150 give you 300. You add up all of them, you get $1,000. When you have 1,000, you then find your 20% trade discount. You find 20% of the 1,000, which is 200. And you take away the 200 from the 1,000, give you 800. This $800 will be placed in your purchases journal. May 15, you have 300 there again. This time, one music center times 300 equal, you have 300 there. Then 2 washing machines times $250 at $250 each will give you 500. When you add up both those two, you get 800. Then you find your discount, which is 25% of 800, and that equals to 200. Then you take away 200 from 800, which gives you 600. And this $600 will be placed in your purchases journal. Yes, next thing you have is May 20, B POA, 6 radios at $70 each. You multiply 6 by 7 to give you 420. Then you list your trade discount, which is 33 and a third percent. That means you're going to find 33 and a third percent of 420, which gives you 140. Then you minus the 140 from the 420, give you 280. This 280 will be placed in your purchases journal beside B POA. Next, B Lewis, 4 discharges at $200 each. And multiply 4 by 200 gives you 800. Then you find your trade discount, which is 20% of 800. 20% of 800 is 160. Then you're going to take away the 160 from the 800, which gives you 640. This 640 will be placed in your what? The 640 will be placed in your journal, your purchases journal. All right. How much have you learned from this a bit? Next video, you're going to watch another video now. The next video will give you the solution as to how you drop the journal and everything as it relates to that. Please pay attention to whatever is being done. Thank you very much. Yes, please view this question. B-Man has the following purchases for the month of May 2004. May 1 from K-Can, 4 radios at $30 each. 3 music centers at $6, $106 each. Less 25% trade discount. Then page ledger remember is page 84. This page number, friends, it will be the page, like for example you're in a book, page number of the book. So this will go on page 84 of the purchases ledger. May 3 from Abel, 2 washing machines at $20 each, 5 vacuum cleaners at $6 each, jars at $150 each, less 20% trade discount. Alright. As we go along, write these questions, please. As you go along, write the questions as you go along, please. Alright, first one. From K-Can, 4 radios at $30 each, and 3 music centers at $106 each, less 25% trade discount. What we'll do now is that we'll multiply 4 by 30, because it's 4 radios and $30 each. So multiply 4 by 30. You it'll give you 120. Then you multiply 3 times 160 to give you 480. Add the 480 plus the 120, that gives you a total of 600. Then he said that you must less 25% trade discount. You're going to find 25% of the 600. You're going to find 25% of the 600. Firstly, you're going to find 25% of the 600. And 25% of 600 will give you a figure of that. 25% of times 600 will give you 150. So you'd have 150. So you'll have 600 minus 150. That equal to what? 450. So this 450 will go into your purchases journal. Yes, remember we said that you're going to place the 450 in your purchases journal. So what do you do now? You're going to do this. Firstly, you write your what? You write your date. We are dealing with what? The year what? 2004. 2004 right here this time. So you're gonna write 2004 right there. Then afterwards you're gonna write it's May 1. May 1. And the person is Kekan. Under the folder column now, we would write PL what? PL 84. Because this account, Kekan's account, will go under page 84 of this purchases ledger. And under the amount column we write 450. That's the first entry. That's the entry. So the entry would look for that one. Alright. Alright, here we're gonna write page 177 because it says enter transaction into the purchases journal for the month on page 177. That is why we do that. Alright, so that's that for that then. Quite so? Quite so. Alright, now, next one. May 3, from Abel, 2 washing machines. 2 washing machines, right? 2 washing machines. And the 2 washing machines are 200. 2 times 200 equal to 400. So you're going to have 400 plus 5 times 60 is 300. And 2 times 150 is 300, right? So you're going to add 300 again. Then it will equal to what? 1,000, right? And it will be 1,000. This $1,000 now, you're going to find 20% trade discount. So 20 divided by 100 times 1,000 is equal to what? 200. Therefore, you're going to say 1,000 minus 200, which will give you 800. And this figure, friends, will be placed in your purchases journal. Now, let's go again. Remember now the question ends with ledger page 208. So therefore, and this is Abel May 3. Now we're going to go to our purchase journal and we go to type in May 3, person to Abel, then PL what? PL 208, and the amount is 800. That's right. Next one is Mr. J. Kelly. So please remember as you go to write down the questions, please. From J. Kelly, one music center at $300 each, 2 washing machines at $250 each. When I add both of these, I get what? $550, right? Alright, you're gonna get 550. Then you're gonna find 25% of the 550. 25 divided by 100 times 550 would equal to no, it would be 800. Sorry, it would be 800. 800. 25 divided by 100 times 800 would equal to 200. So 800 minus 200 would equal to what? 600. This 600 now will be placed in your purchase journal. Remember the page ledger number is page 11. So we're going to write PL11. The date is what? May what? Can anybody remind me? It is May 15th. The person is J. Kelly, right? Yes, the person is Mr. J. Kelly. Page ledger number 11, and the amount is what again? What's the amount, friends? What's the amount? What's the amount, friends? The amount is 600. 600. Alright, next we go up again. We go to Mr. Then we go up again. Then we go to Mr. Back online again. B Powell, 6 radios at $0 each, less 33 3rd% share discount. When you see 33 and a third, you just use 1/3. So watch why we do it. 6 radios at $70. So you're going to multiply 6 times 70, which give you 420. So therefore, you're going to get 420. 6 times 70 is 420, right? So that is 420. Now you're going to find 1/3 of 420. 1 divided by 3 times 420, and that would equal to 1 divided by 3 times 420 equal to, that is 140. Now what you're going to do now is that you're going to say 420 minus 140, and that would be equal, that would equal to what? 420 minus 140 equal to what? 420 minus 140, that will be equal to 280. Quite so? Yes, that is so. This 280 now you place in your purchases journal. That one is this one is May 20. So May 20 is B Powell, Mr. B Powell. May 20, B Powell, PL what? This is PL what? PL 187. And the amount will be, it is 280. Then this one is on May 30, right? And this time around is Mr. B Lewis. Alright, let's go to Mr. B Lewis now and see what he has in store. Before that, and the page is page 66, right? Alright, let's go to Mr. P Lewis and B Lewis and see what he has in store for us. For these dryers at $200 each. 4 times 200 is what? 800, right? Yes, math students. You're going to find let's 20% trade discount, and 20% of 800. 20 divided by 100 times 800 equal to 160. 800 minus 160, it will be equal to 800 minus 160 equal to 640. So this 640 now will be placed in your purchases journal. 640. No, we're gonna do something. We're gonna add up everything, and so add up everything. I finished that one, but in this line, in this column here, what we're gonna do, we're gonna write something called transferred transfer to purchases account. Transfer to purchase account, and remember the question. What the question said, our friends. Post the transaction to the supplier's accounts. Transfer the total to the purchases account on page 99 of the what? General ledger. So and to denote general ledger, we write GL, and then because it is general ledger, page 99 of the general ledger, we do that. Now we're gonna add up everything right here. And when you add everything right here, as I will do at this time, you will get a figure like this. Let's see, it is 2,770. There's a figure for that one. Now, friends, we're going to look at doing the purchases ledger, friends. We're going to complete the purchase ledger at this time. So let's go into let's see the road, friends. Purchase ledger. And the first person on the purchase ledger is who? Mr. K Khan. Mr. K Khan, and the page number is what? What again, friends? Page 84. Page 84. Page number, friends, is page 84, and it is said that K Khan is a supplier, right? That's why I say we must create the supplier's account. K Khan is a supplier. K Khan has also become a creditor. That means we owe him money, right? And since we owe him money, so in this case now, we're gonna K Khan gave us some things on credit, so therefore he lost some things. Therefore, we're gonna make a credit entry on his side, and he said that the supplier's account or the creditor's accounts always have a what? A credit balance, meaning the credit side will exceed the debit side. As you know, that this side is the debit side and this side is the credit side. No, the date is 2004, right? And the is May 1. In this column now, we're going to write purchases. In this column, we're going to write PJ what? PJ 177. I guess you're watching. PJ 177, and the amount which comes from here is 450. That's for that. We're going to do the same thing for the rest of them. For next person is Mr. A Bell. The page is what? Page what? Page 208. Then 2004. Date is what? May 3. Purchases and PJ what? PJ 177, and the amount, friends. The amount is what? The amount is what? You remember the amount, friends? The amount is $800. So you're gonna write 800 right there. That's all for that. Next person is Mr. Who? Which next person? Mr. J. Kelly. He's the next person, Mr. J. Kelly. You're gonna have page what? Page 11. Then you're gonna have put in the numbers at this time for moving further. The date is what? 2004. And J. Kelly gonna have May 15. That's the date. Then you write purchases, friends, PJ 177 again, and the amount here is 600. So you're gonna have $600 right there. Next is Mr. Who? Mr. Who, friends? Mr. B. Powell. I guess I hope you're following me. Mr. B. Powell. And the page number is page what? Page 187, friends. And then I just put in this little dollar sign right here. I should have done it a while ago, but Didn't do it. So 2004, May what? May 20, friends. May 20. I put purchase right here, right? Quite so. PJ 177 again. And the amount now, friends. This amount, friends. The amount is we 280, friends. The amount is what? The amount is 280. So 280 would go right there. So now you go to the last one, Mr. Who? Mr. B. Lewis. Mr. Lewis. Mr. Lewis, and then the page is what? Page 66. And you're gonna put a little dollar sign right there. So you're gonna have 2004 May 30 purchases, and then you have PJ 177 again, not PJ partition this time, and the amount here, friends, the amount will be $640. That's the amount. Now we go to another segment of our thing. We call this one the general ledger. The what? The general ledger. The general ledger now. General ledger. In this case, we're gonna write these purchases, and to denote that account, we write A/C. Now we're going to do the opposite of what we did up here. We created here, but in the purchase account we're going to take a debit entry because the rule says for every debit there has to be a credit, right? So therefore we're going to write 2004. This is May. May says May 30, and in this case we're gonna this is May 30. We're gonna write credit purchases for the month, and then the amount will be 2,770. And now the page number is what? Page what? 99. Sorry about that. This page, not page, page 99, and then you're gonna write PJ 177. So that's it, friends, for your purchases journal. Do hope that you have learned from it. God bless you continually.